All right. Okay, so we did just get back from Utah. We are so excited for the changes that are coming. We're glad you guys are on because there was a lot of really good information. First of all, next year is the 30th anniversary. So they put out dates. We already don't know something, July 15th
or 16th.
And so I would start making plans now to be there. It's going to be international. It's the 30 years, so they have really big things planned. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't been to convention, it's amazing. July 17th. Thank you.
17th. Yeah, 17th and the 20th.
And so I would already put that on your calendar and start making plans and putting some cash back to make sure that you guys are going to be there. Do you want to start?
Sure, I will start. We're going to, well, one thing that we're actually going to use this app, so we're going to help you to understand it. But one of the brand new things that they announced at convention, and maybe most of you have already downloaded it, if not, you should do it now, is that there's a brand new app, and it's called Young Living YL Essentials, the YL Essentials app. So if you go on your phone to wherever you buy apps and download YL Essentials, you'll have this app. You need it. Everybody needs it. I downloaded it on my computer. So when we start talking about the new products, we're actually going to show you what the app looks like.
So good.
And go over the new products in the app. And as they update things, as new things are announced, they immediately put it on the app. So everything is timely and up to date. And so that is awesome.
Yeah, this is super helpful if you guys get lost in like Facebook or Instagram land. If you just need quick information, like what are the monthly promos, like what did they say was on sale, all of that, you can quickly go to the app and it's updated. So you don't have to like go get sucked into social media world. You can just get the information you need really fast. And it has lots of shareable links as well. And they have really upped their game on marketing. And so that's one of the best things that came out of convention is they've really listened. They're naming things better. Their marketing was great. They're making it available for us. So it's just easier to grab, look at, share if you missed anything. So make sure you go ahead and download that.
And speaking of the app, I actually skipped over this part, but it's in the app. So there is a whole new training that's on onboarding for new brand partners, and that is in the app. So you go to the app and there are videos there and all the information that you need. There are lots of things that you can download and print directly off the app, because for right now, that might be somewhere else in our notes, but for right now, you can still get the business essentials kit for $1 if you sign up to be a brand partner, but pretty soon that's going to be going away. All you will have to do is click a little box that says you want to be a brand partner to be a brand partner, and to get all of this collateral, like all of the training and all of the handouts and I can't remember what all's in there. I went through it today, but you can get all that on the app and you can print it out, and it's pretty cool. So
yeah. So I think the thing that we're most excited about is we have 3 new kits. They are smaller kits. They're called the Make a Shift. There's a Make a Shift Essential Solutions kit, a Make a Shift, what's the other one called? Daily Wellness Kit and Healthy Home Kit. And we're going to go through those in a little bit. But what we really love about this is we now have a friends and family code you can share. Anybody, customer or brand partner, can give to people to get 10% off. And so with 10% off, those kits are only $100. And so when, back in the day when we started, a lot of people on our teams got kits from people that were just sharing with friends or family and not really doing this as a business. And I've seen lots of families change, lots of lives change, lots of people's health and emotional health change, not from a business builder, but just from somebody who was like, hey, let me help you out. Like, here's peace and calm, and that your kid calmed down from a tantrum, and here's how you get it. And they still got a check for that. They were still able to get a benefit, even if they weren't like doing this full time. And so that is back, where really anybody can share. And what else is back is that it's $100 kit. And so we're getting 50% back on that, which means that if someone tells you they don't have the money, they just need to find 2 friends that want to join the oily world with them, and they've just paid for their own kit, which is really, really insane and super easy to do. Every single person knows 2 people that can't sleep at night, that have hormone issues, that have immune system problems. Like, it's really, really back to super simple, super duplicatable, where we can just easily share. And the fun thing is, even if they don't click on that brand partner box when they start, they can still get 25% back in product credits. And so they won't get the $50 back. So it's important when you are helping a friend get that kit to tell them to click that. But even if they don't, they're still going to be rewarded for sharing. And so this is just amazing, because we do all recommend things all the time to everybody. We're constantly telling them things we use and love to wear and eat and all of those things. And this is the number one marketing way that people pick their things that they buy, is just by a referral. And so we love the fact that it's a great kit. We're going to go over it later, but also it's affordable. Everyone can do $100. And also everyone can share with 2 people to get it paid for. And honestly, this is how we grew. We both have been in this about 10 years. And this is how we grew. And this is how I started the business. I did not intend to do it as a business, but I just saw my family's life completely change from oils, and I started telling other people. And then all of a sudden I had a check in the mail, and I was like, what's this? What's happening? And from that, I just really loved the results people were getting and loved getting to educate people on it. And from that, a whole business grew. And so it's something that we've asked them to really try to work with the laws and stuff to bring back to us, because so many of us started just by wanting to simply share. And like I said, we both have so many people on our team that someone who's not doing it as a business shared with them, but they got their life changed just from one person signing one person up. So this is incredible. We're super excited about it. The code again to share is ShareYL. And this is all in the app too. So you can go easily get it. And there's, even graphics you can use. But this is really, really incredible that we're back to just simple duplication. If you just enroll 2 people, then you get your kit paid for, where anybody and everybody can afford to do this now.
So when you do share YL, I mean, a lot of you on here are brand partners, so you know this, but you, the code, I am super glad that the code is simple. It's just share YL. So everybody doesn't have a different code, but make sure when you're signing people up that you either give them your member number to put in those slots, or that you use the share
Link.
What is this? What does it say on the website? Does it say ShareYL on the, so there's a link like on the website, where like on the drop down menu where you can share, and that will pre-populate the link that has, and it will have your member number in it, and you can share that, and then just also give them the code to enter whenever they check out, or just give them your member number either way, and that'll work.
The other thing that's really exciting, and it hasn't started yet, but it's coming soon, is we're going to start getting paid weekly. And so this is in order for us to keep up with like Uber and DoorDash and those things where like my daughter's generation, they're like, oh, I want to buy a purse. I'm just going to go DoorDash tonight for a little bit and get that money. We need to be able to keep up with that. And so it'll be really good because people can say like, oh, we're sick and I need to buy extra Ninja Red, and maybe I don't have the extra cash, but if I just, share with 2 people this week, I'm going to get $100 check next week so I can afford it. And so it's going to make it really easy to share. It's going to help us stay with the market and the way things have shifted with like Uber, DoorDash, all of those kinds of things. And so that isn't 100% in place yet, but it's coming very, very soon. They're working on it. So just stay in tune and keep an eye out for that. But that's going to be really amazing for those people who are like, I need some quick cash. And this is going to be a quick, easy way to do that.
Okay, I'm going to answer this question really quick, but I don't know the answer. So Zrinka, you said, can we move the new customer in our organization if they were enrolled by a customer? I don't think we can move. I think it would.
They can.
Like, yeah, they can either the individual who signed up. So either the customer of the customer or the actual customer can move them, but they would need to be a brand partner. I mean, I can look into that, but we won't be able to do, like, if someone, it's always the enroller and the individual. So like if Tiffany signed me up, and within the first month, I decided I didn't like Tiffany and I didn't want her to be my, never happened. But if I decided I didn't want her to be my enroller, like within that first month, I could decide, hey, move me. I could tell Young Living, move me, or she could move me. But I think it has to be up to the enroller. I'm almost positive, but I can check into that.
So we were all really excited about the changes where we could just enroll anybody and say, okay, you need this and this and get this together. But what we have seen from marketing trends is it was a little too complicated. It wasn't duplicatable. You can still do that. So like if your, mom definitely needs vitamin C, Thyramine, and Ensure, you can still do that. And enroll them that way. But switching over to the kit has always been the bread and butter of getting people into a healthy wellness lifestyle with Young Living. It's the way that we really pull people in. So we're super, super excited about, no, I can't. We're super excited about this because it's the Essential Solutions Kit. And so for us, it's $112. And what it has in it is, do you want to pull up the app and show
Sure.
it? Let us just show you.
Let me just tell you really quickly what she's laughing about. I
She's
literally
telling me to, she always tells me to tone my voice down, but I just can't.
I just wrote her a little note that said, turn down the volume. She's like, but she's just excited. I know, I get it. I do the same thing, but I also know when I listen to the replay, a lot of times we're like yelling at you guys. Okay, let me share my screen and I'll show you what she's talking about. This is, can you guys see that? Jenny, can you see that? Okay, so this is what your app will look like.
Gina, here's what's happening.
Here's what's happening. What am I looking for? The new kit. Back. Okay, make a shift bundle. Tells you all about the different bundles. And if you guys haven't seen this video, we're just going to let you watch this video real quick because it is probably, here's someone in the waiting room. This is a really good video. I love it. Can you hear it, Jenny? I can't hear it. So good. I love that video. Okay, let's see. It tells you what's in the Essential Solutions bundle, which that's the one that's in the picture.
So go to the picture.
Wait, what?
Go click on that.
PIP?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that just shows all the different ones.
Yeah.
Okay, new enrollment bundles. And here
You can go to social media.
or social media. Let's see. we're just doing this like right along with you. I don't know. So this is just, those are like shareables for the thieves one, I guess. Right?
Look like it.
Okay.
Maybe we went the wrong one.
So look, make a shift, daily wellness, make a shift.
That one.
This one?
Enrollment. No, we want to do the enrollment.
Okay, of course, I don't have my readers on, but you do. I'm making it
There's
bigger.
it right there.
Okay. Okay, so this one tells you what's in the main one.
So it's called the Essential Solutions Kit, and it has thieves and purification, lavender and peppermint, which I think all of us probably use on a regular basis, or if not a daily basis in our homes. Those are the most used oils that we have. And then it has the deep relief roll-on and stress away roll-on. So we really love that they have the roll-on. You might be able to get a bigger picture by going back. That they have roll-ons, because this is something that helps them not just put them in a diffuser, but start to carry them around. This is why I have to talk loud, because my voice is doing that when I don't. So it helps them like put it in their purse, start to use them, learn how to put it on easier instead of just feeling like they're supposed to use them in a diffuser, which has been an issue for some people. And then it comes with that diffuser as well. There's a product insert with simple tips on how to use everything in there. The retail value would be about $145. And like we said, with the code, it's $100. So it's a no-brainer way to start. It has the simplest of oils. It has simple roll-ons. And so and like I said, all of us can educate on how to use those 4 oils. Like it's so easy and something that we all have different things that we use them for. So I absolutely love this kit. I love the marketing of it. It all comes in one box together. Like it's super cute marketing. You open it up, and even like the white thing on top of it has lavender scent in it. So as soon as they open it up, they're going to smell lavender and be flooded with that. And so like everything about it is perfection to me. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, me too. And all of the oils that they chose in this one, I mean, I believe in all the oils, but especially the oils in the premium starter bundle. But these oils that were chosen for this one are ones that produce immediate results. They're not like overtime results. And so that makes it even better, even more exciting to me. Then what is
also, these are ones that like I have in my purse. So if I'm out and about, I can easily just share them. Like peppermint is one I share with people all the time. I'm like, oh, you're hot? Here, let me put some peppermint on your ears. Oh, you know, you're feeling nauseous? Here, just smell my peppermint. And so these are ones that I just think are the most easy to share, because we just have them with us all the time too. So you can really just take this with you and share it everywhere you go.
Yep. Agree 100%. Now, which one is this one? This one is, this has Ninja. The daily wellness kit has Ninja, and is it lime and orange?
Orange Vitality, Lime Vitality, Ninja, and Nitro. So that would be the wellness one.
And then the Healthy Home is basically the thieves option that has the dish soap, the household cleaner, the bath, the sink and tub scrub, and the laundry soap, along with thieves and lemon and a spray bottle. So that's like, this one's a really good. And some of these, I think it says on there, some of them are even more like this one. Is this the thieves one?
Yes.
The thieves one's a $214.
Yeah, it's a $214 value. And then the wellness one, we don't have that one. Oh, it's a $204 value.
Yeah.
And so again, your price for these is $112. So it's still a great deal for you guys to buy as well. And then sharing them with the 10% code is $100. So really good way to get people started. Do you guys love this?
We need to put it back on the other view, but are we still going to go through?
Yeah, I think we can be done with that for a little bit.
Okay,
Or
we're
do you
gonna,
want?
we're gonna be done with this for a little bit, and we'll bring it back. I can figure out how to do it. Okay.
Yeah. And the app, they're still adding new things all the time. That was nice to see the thing on the side, if we can do that, but,
What thing?
and so we're, like she said, like, we're still learning it, and then they're like kind of adding new things, every time I log in. So, but it's pretty easy. It's just play around like you saw. So, okay. So the next thing that they have is, and we are going to look at some of the products as well, but finishing up kind of this easy to share thing, they're having a ready to grow. What would you call it? Prize, enrollment, contest? It's not a contest, but it's like incentive. So you can earn prizes each month when you enroll 2 people per month with 100 PV loyalty order. And so when they order that, they need to put it on loyalty to qualify for this. But in July, so it started, I think July 14th, it said, until the end of the month, if you enroll 2 people, you'll get a Young Living branded Stanley Adventure Tumbler Cup. And in August, there's an exclusive Young Living diffuser for enrolling 2. If you enroll 2 for 2 consecutive months, you also get a, what is that?
Where?
What kind of blanket?
Oh, the blanket. I'm just gonna go get it while you're talking. It's here.
It's like, okay. So you'll get a Young Living branded blanket. She's going to get to show you. And so each month, this is going to keep going, but each month, there's going to be more prizes. And then the more you have consecutively, then the more gifts you're going to get for yourself. So another thing, like, I love this because literally it just sets your goal for like 2. If you share with 2 a month, which is a totally doable goal for every one of us, then you can get these extra prizes. And they're really helping establish just consistency and sharing this of it, going back to like, hey, we want you to live it. We want you to share it. And then that's going to naturally grow your business and the oils you have and the things you have in your own home. So I love this, that they're doing that. Also, they are doing, who do we have on here who is the highest rank has ever been gold or under? Raise a hand. Okay. So they have a super awesome special trip just for you guys. And so this is a trip to the Dominican. You can only qualify if your highest rank ever has been gold or below. And so it's a trip to the Dominican. It's going to be March 24th, 2024. And so from brand partner up to gold, there's no rank requirement to win it. It's Canada and US and Mexico markets. If you go into the app and scroll down to Dominican, you can click on it and it tells you exactly every single thing that you need to know about that. And it's actually a pretty simple thing. It's about enrolling people on loyalty rewards. You get rewarded if they stay consistent. So like if they're on for 2 months, you get an extra point. If they're on for 3 months, you get 3 points. If you rank up or someone that you've enrolled ranks up. So this is even from, you know, brand partner to star to senior star, those count for 5 points. And you can win a trip for yourself or a trip for 2. There's different levels, fully paid trip to the Dominican. So this is like, they've actually never done this. And when we saw it, we were like, yeah, we're going to Dominican. And then they're like, oh, wait, we can't go to Dominican. But I am like ready to get as many of you there as possible. And I may just catch my own flight and meet you there because it looked so fun. And I think, I just love that they did this because I think sometimes when you're, you know, star or senior star, you feel like those trips are completely out of reach. And this is totally not out of reach. And if you have never been on a Young Living paid trip, let me tell you, it is literally so much fun. They give you so much swag and so much oils. And it's just so much fun to be around like-minded people. You learn more just in the hallways than you learn reading books, just hearing people and talking to people. And, you know, I mean, you will hear the most incredible health recovery testimonies just on the bus, you know? And so I think that's the most fun thing about it for me. So any of you golds and unders, go for that.
Yes, and Melanie, I will gladly climb into your suitcase. Melanie is the one who told me, because we were talking about it and I was like, and we're going, I'm going, you're going. Melanie's like, I think it's going. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yes.
And then I was like, actually, I'm really glad for this, because this gives so many more people an opportunity. And you guys, I went to go find that blanket. Okay, the blanket that you can win, let me just tell you, it's not here, and I'll tell you why in a second, but it is my favorite blanket. People raved about it so much, like wanting everyone else to have it. Lizzie, I think you were there. Were you there at the you
Is
have
that
it?
Erin?
Yes.
Ah, there you go. Lizzie, show it off. She's like snuggled up.
Okay, it's literally it's every day. I have it and it's huge, and my kids fight over it, and my animals too. It's the best thing ever.
It's almost like a weighted blanket. It's super fuzzy, but it's also heavy. It is amazing. And I'm remembering when we're at I have an Airbnb here, and I keep it here. And I'm just remembering, like, when I was racing around trying to find it, I just remembered that it was one of my friends, luckily, but I'm gonna have to remember who, messaged me and said, hey, I just want you to know I accidentally packed up your blanket and took it with me as like a white blanket. And I didn't really think about it until just this moment, whenever I couldn't find it. And my heart started racing. I'm like, where's that blanket? And why do I have it at the Airbnb? I need to be at my house.
Home.
Anyway.
So to get that famous blanket, you just have to enroll 2 for 2 consecutive months. So that means if you enroll 2 by the end of this month and 2 next month, you will get that blanket plus the Stanley Cup plus the exclusive Young Living diffuser, which is pretty incredible.
Yes. And just to clarify, which I don't know if anybody will have this question, when I looked up information about the Stanley Cup today, I was looking it up and it said that all of this started July 14th. So then, which Jenny's laughing because she knows how I feel about Stanley Cup. Anyway, I want the Young Living Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
so you got it.
If you ever see Stanley Cup beside you, I want to see it right now.
I'm just a rebel. So if everybody likes something, then I'm usually like, I'm out. I don't want it. I don't want a Stanley Cup because everybody has one right now. But then I'm like, but if it says Young Living on it, I want it. So I looked it up and it said it started July 14th. So I literally messaged Diamond Support and I was like, so does this mean that only the people you sign up July 14th or after? Like if you sign up 2 after, I need to clarify this. And he was like, no, any in July, because I had one sign up on the 2nd. So I want to make sure that I just need one more backup.
That's awesome. Okay. Did we answer any? Okay. So the Seed to Seal website has been revamped as well. We now have all of our testing on a digital library. And so that's on the Seed to Seal website for anyone to see. And it also has an explanation. They've been hesitant to do this in the past simply because our testing is so far above and beyond what everybody else's is that it's a little bit difficult to read. And so there's explanation, but it is fully and completely there. They also wanted to make sure that we knew, because there has been some question on why we do our own testing and not third party. They said we do use third party for certain types of tests, but we have a better lab than anyone in the world. And so it would never make sense to send them out to lower equipment to places that don't know what they're doing when we've been doing this for 30 years. But they were more than willing to put it on the website in a way that people can understand. So that's really exciting. We also are partnering with Route for packaging tracking. So a lot of people use this for other things. You can download the app and then you will get updates on every single step of the way. So this will make it, one, if there is an issue, easier to get into customer service, because it's about 80 to 90% of the phone calls they get are, hey, where's my package? It's going to tell you from like, hey, it was packed up to here it's at this place. And you can get as many updates as you want, up to like 9 different things from like, hey, it was left at your door. So a lot of other companies do Route too. So it may be an easy way for you guys to systematically follow different packages from different places. Okay. Did you want to do that? Oh yeah. That's good.
Yeah. So we also we've partnered with the Slave Free Alliance to make sure that we protect our operations and all our businesses so that there's absolutely nothing nothing that we do that would have anything to do with people who are in modern slavery at all, or labor exploitation. I mean, I know you guys probably all have heard of Hope for Justice that we partner with. Young Living has always been super passionate about this cause, and so it's awesome that they are partnering with them as well. And then do we want to go over, do we want to talk about this, or do you just want to go over the new products first?
I think new products.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to, I know we're going through this quick, there's just so much. So we're going to go through some of the new products on the app. Again, I'm going to share my screen and go back to the app. I can get it to come up.
I feel like you combined our things.
You
Oh.
combined our things because I made yours green and mine orange.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Oh,
so
I have to log
I
in again.
think
Hold on.
the new product that we are most excited about are the MU gummies.
Keep talking.
Yeah, so one thing that a lot of the surveys and a lot of the diamonds and above had been asking Young Living was to change the marketing to simpler look and names that made it clear what the product does, to help it be easier to share with people. If you see a picture of MU gummies, you're pretty sure you know what it does, right? And there was I mean, obviously our oils are already like that, like joy, digest, peace and calm, stress away, like we try to make those, but some of our supplements weren't like that. So I love the branding of this. I love how it's named like this. The taste, like my kids love it. I put videos on the other day, like I daringly videoed them for the first time. And they all really liked it. One kept trying to go back and eat it like candy. And so these are great. It's a product, it's supposed to be 2 gummies a day. Obviously it helps with immune support. It has 280 of beta glucans, which really helps boost the digestive system and the immune cells in there. And then it has elderberry and then lime essential oil. So elderberry is something a lot of people take syrup wise, or had buying, you know, I had been buying elderberry gummies from other places. And so really, really fired up about having these available.
Yeah, we're super excited about this because this is something that, I mean, a lot of you and we will have parties where we make elderberry syrup and offer it, where we do like infused elderberry syrup, because that's not something that Young Living has had to offer before. And now we do.
You want to show that video? This is
Yeah.
a really cute.
You want to watch the, okay, so we're going to show the MU gummies, this short video that they have made.
Incoming.
These babies are packed with all the benefits of elderberry and our hero ingredient, pure concentrated algae source beta glucan with greater than 95% beta 1,3 glucans. And trust me, that's good. And that is good. Wow. Hey, you gotta try this. Well, the serving size says 2, so.
So that's that video, which is super cute.
Yeah.
And then what are we going to share about next? We decided we're not going to show all the videos.
So yeah, the daily prebiotic, just because I already talked about, so that's ICP. It's what we've already had, but again, they've asked them to start changing the names to be a little more recognizable just by what you order. So this is the exact same ICP that we had, the ICP daily, and now it's just called daily prebiotic fiber, which obviously people are more aware of, and a lot of people are taking prebiotics and fiber now, so it'll be easier to know what it is. Yeah, and then Jacob and Kate released, I'm obsessed with this lip balm. It is literally like I was telling her, my kids and I just keep putting it on because it's like so soft and silky. And then we're all just walking around like all the time because it feels so good. And then they have a little hand lotion. So I will say, I thought this was overpriced at first, but then when we went to it, I think it's $21. You literally need like this much. And it lasts. Like when they first put this on in the expo, I was thinking my hands get really dry. So I was like, that's gonna like just soak into
You're
one
right.
hand.
Wholesale it is 16.
Okay, wholesale at 16. So yeah, but it really is smooth. It smells good, just like you would think it would. And I love that we now have like a purse size, travel size one we can get. So
Okay, come on.
smells so yummy.
It's not letting me there. Okay. The original Valor essential oil blend is back, and they did such a great job. I mean, those of you who are around for Valorgate, which is what we called it lovingly, whenever they ran out of Valor and it was out of stock for a really long time. Then we had Valor 2 that they were trying to, I mean, it was great. It was good. And then they came back with this Valor that was they came back with not this Valor, but another Valor that we've had for years. That's pretty amazing. Still, I still love it and use it almost every single day, but it was missing the rosewood oil. And I think it might be worth showing that video. Actually, let me show you that video so that it can explain some more about that. Let me see which one. I wish it showed a preview because I think
I'm so happy to be able to bring rosewood back as a key ingredient in Valor in a sustainable way. We have focused on trimming the tree and getting the leaves and branches to distillation, so we keep the tree alive for generations.
If Gary was here today, he would be so excited that we're finally bringing back the original Valor. Having this back for everyone in the world, it really brings you that Valor into your life, Valor to move forward. We really appreciate everyone in the world that purchased this oil. You're actually giving back to the reforestation of rosewood in the Amazon basin, the local communities, and think about the impact that one oil, one bottle can do to the world.
so. They weren't
so
allowed.
good.
I know it smells so good. They weren't allowed to harvest. I mean, you're not allowed to chop down a rosewood tree, but they found a way. He repopulated this farm. The man who was talking repopulated this farm over time. And they just, like you said, like you saw in the video, they just cut off branches. And that's how they do a little bit at a time because it was an endangered species. And so they weren't allowed to use it. And that's why, which I'm really glad that they were able to adapt and make an alternative for us. But I'm so glad that it's back because let me tell you, it's awesome.
We love the original. It's
We
so
love the
good.
original. What else did you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Green Omega?
Yeah, so the Green Omega is now an algae omega. It's vegan. There's a lot of evidence that the fish that we get our omega from actually get it from the algae. So it's more sustainable and to be able to get it this way. And you get a higher level of support that your body doesn't have to convert. So when we're taking it from fish, our body still has a conversion mechanism for part of it. And taking it straight from the algae, our body doesn't have to do that. And so it's easier for us to pull in, I guess is how to say that. And then it is more sustainable and it's easier to make sure that there's not mercury, which is a common issue with fish omega. And so in order to make sure that we continue to have the cleanest product in the most sustainable way is why they have switched to this.
Yeah, and it has clove essential oil also because of the antioxidants, and it makes it more bioavailable for your body. So it's pretty awesome.
And if you didn't like any omega because of fish burps, you don't have that with us.
Right.
So,
And all of our vegans, I just pulled something to the side. All of our vegans will be happy about that as well. Did I miss anything? Just Deep Spectra.
just deep spectra.
Just only Deep
Yeah.
Spectra, which we love. We're so excited about this, and I have it sitting right in front of me. It's like one of the best things ever. We just don't have all of the information yet, and it's still patents pending. And until then, they can't give us all of the information because
Mhm.
someone else can steal their proprietary secrets. So they've given us a lot, and it is a more complete way to use the plant. So it's not just distilling, but it's also extracting the oils. So it's thicker. You'll notice that. That's one thing that we noticed when we were there. Whenever you use it, put on your skin, it's a little bit sticky. But it also has a much more pungent, like
It's a
an
way more potent
amazing
smell.
pungent kind of sounds like a
Say,
bad word.
yeah,
It's not, it's just
potent,
strong. I mean,
potent,
it's
yeah.
potent.
Yeah.
It's very potent. And the frankincense one is my favorite. That's the one that I bought at convention. And I really did like the orange and cacao. Like it
Mhm.
tasted really good. Like I loved that one too. And then there was what's the other one? The cedarwood, and there's not cedarwood, the coriander, sandalwood, and then orange cacao.
I'm gonna put that on my face.
And the orange cacao is from the Young Living
Ecuador.
farm in Ecuador. And it's so cool for those of us who've been to that farm and we've actually seen but they've made very few things with it so far, like as far as Young Living products. They've had a couple years ago, they had the bars that we could get
Mhm.
around Christmas time and stuff, the chocolate bars, but there really hasn't been
So
much that
good.
they've done with it. And now we know what they're doing with it. It's
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
the video on the app right here is a little bit long, so we're not going to show it right now, but I would recommend
video.
going and watching it. Because like she said, all of our competitors have been notified that there's a patent pending, which means that once the patent is granted, they will not be able to utilize this technology, which means Young Living will be the only people that have this. And if you see, and it may be in there, but there's graphs of we have all of these different molecules, monoterpenes, sesquiterpenes, and the rate in which you distill them is how we pull the most out. But Gary had known for a long time that there was more to the plant, but in how to get that out and not interrupt what was already happening was the question. And H. K. Lynn and the other scientists there really figured it out. And you should have seen him. He was like a giddy child that you wanted to bring home with you because he was so excited about it. And he should be, because it's a major breakthrough. But it's like there was just a point where you couldn't distill any more from the oil. And this new technology allows them to get so much more from it. And so it's, kind of like an essential oil on steroids. It has way more of the healing compounds in it. So a little bit goes a longer way. And it has more to offer for your body. So it's really exciting. And you guys can't buy them yet. It was convention only. They had a debate on, do we go ahead and share this or not? But they decided they've been working so hard on it. They wanted us to know what they had been pouring into and what was coming. And so once the patent is granted, there will be a lot more education on the actual process and a lot more information on the testing and what is actually in the oil. But until the patent has been granted, they won't release that information just to protect us.
And for those of you who have it already, like Jess just said in the comments, it's not meant for diffusing, but it is meant for topical and internal use. So you can take it in capsules, you can add it to tea, you can do any of those kinds of things. But you could, if you feel it and experience it, you'll see why that you probably wouldn't want to put it in your diffuser.
For those of you that don't know, Dr. Lynn used to work at Oklahoma University researching essential oils and cancer. That's what he did. He was a research scientist. He retired from there. While in that process, he only could use Young Living oils to work. They were the only kind that worked. He tried many different kinds. And because they were the only kind that worked in his research, he started talking to Gary Young and became friends with him. And so in the beginning, we heard from him a lot. And then he was actually shut down by the FDA, told not to correspond with Young Living or to shut down his lab. And so in order to be able to to retire and keep his kids in school and all of that, he chose to take a break from Young Living. But then as soon as he retired, he got back in contact with them and now works for Young Living. And he is the most precious, honest, integrity-filled scientist you've ever met. He's a wealth of information. If you go to convention and you see him, you go ask him any question and he will share with you. But he's the one that has been heading up this. Of course, he was always still in correspondence with Gary as they had become friends and had like-mindedness. And so they were just really excited that they could kind of complete Gary's mission, be able to complete what Gary knew could be done, but they just hadn't figured out how to do it yet. So it was really fun to be a part of that.
Yes.
Anything else?
Is that it? Is that everything we were going to talk about?
Do you want to go over these stats?
Okay, so I'm just going to go over some stats. If you're in one of our Facebook groups, you might have seen these statistics, but I love them. And in case you just skimmed over them, I want to read them out loud. So 92% of all businesses fail in the first year. 98% of direct sales companies don't make it past 6 years. And Young Living's 29 years old, will have 30 years next year. So did you hear that? 98% of companies, direct sales companies, do not make it past 6 years. And Young Living is 29 years old. 44% of Americans report having a side hustle in 2023, which is up 13% from 2020. 43% of those working on a side hustle say that they need the money to pay primary expenses. 47% of enrollments join Essential Rewards or loyalty rewards now on their first order, which is up from 23% on the first of the year in 2022. The US market went from 23% to 55% enrolling on loyalty rewards in the last year. That tells me that people are caring more and more about their health and taking it into their own hands. If anything good has come out of the pandemic and all of that, maybe that is something that's good that's come out of it, is that we are taking it into our own hands and we're being proactive. The US market went from 23% to 55% enrolling on loyalty rewards in the last year. 113,000 customers ordered a Ninja product for the first time within the last year. 145,667 customers donated to the Young Living Foundation within the last year. 75 million bottles of oil were shipped in 75 million bottles of oil. It cracks me up because my one of my favorite things that my mother-in-law has ever said, and she said that quite frequently, is who's buying all this oil anyway? Like, who buys oils and who's buying all this oil? Well, that's a lot. 75 million bottles were shipped last year, which is just over 400 tons of oil. That's a lot. Is that it?
We have an over 90% monthly auto ship retention rate, which is the highest in the industry of any other company. 2 million families will bring a Young Living product into their home in 2023. 1 million orders on average per month. So that's over 33,000 orders a day. Young Living pays an average of 130,000 people every month just in the Americas region. There were 27 million checks issued since 2023. Young Living has paid $6.3 billion in commissions since 2003. And as of 5/1/23, 70% of orders were placed on, sure you read that one, on loyalty rewards. So I know there's a lot of rumors that have fled about we're going down or, and it's just not true. I mean, that's just obvious. Like if 400 tons of oils are going out, we ain't going nowhere, people. We have more substantial income in our farms alone than most companies have at all. Like they're mainly borrowed out and we're fully funded just based on our own farms that we have. So it was really, really good to be there. It was good to be with corporate. It's good to see that we have the right people in place, that the changes were made, and it took a little bit of time to kind of turn the wheel around, but that's because they were being careful and meticulous and listening to us and really trying to look at what the market needed. And I think we both left feeling like, okay, they did it. Like they did it. They did exactly what we needed. They did exactly what we wanted. They have heard us. They're making the changes, and it's back to, this is super simple, people. Just share with 2 people, like 2 people a month, $100 order. Ask them to share with 2 people so they get the order paid for. And we're changing lives and changing your own in the meantime. So we're really, really excited about where the company is going.
Super excited. And one thing that I want to say, and I've tried to figure out how to say this, and every time I try to like figure out the right words to say, then I end up saying the wrong thing. So I'll just say exactly what I've been thinking ever since convention. Like on my team alone, I mean, I don't know about the rest of y'all's teams, but when I looked around at the people that I had at convention this year from my team, we had, I mean, everybody has a multitude of reasons why they can or can't go to convention, but I will tell you that this year, the vast majority of people from my team who were at convention were star through executive. And I had diamonds on my team who were saying, and I'm just going to say it because we all go through this, and people call me on the carpet, and people hold me up to my standard, saying they couldn't afford it. They couldn't afford to go because of flights and different kinds of things. Well, we all have different financial situations, but when I see stars through executives making it happen, I just want to encourage all of you. We have to make it happen. If this is our business, you have a year to save. You should probably get your ticket soon, which is $175, but then you have a year to save for the rest of it. And that's a long time.
And even if it's not your business, honestly, there's a ton of people that go just for the wellness information. Like, it's incredible. You get to try every single oil, you get to try all of the products. And like I said, you literally learn. I mean, you walk around and people are like rubbing people's feet and doing little like raindrops and like in the halls, and you're kind of like, hey, what are you doing? And like last year I had a hurt knee, and this lady was like, yeah, meet me in the lower hall and I'll work on it. And she did this weird thing and I could walk, like, and it was awesome. And she, was putting oils on, and like, it really is just like so much fun and so much information that you learn just from other people. We got to pray over people, the people there that had cancer, that were asking around, like getting, and everything we heard from everybody was, I had so many God appointments while we were here. Mm-hmm. I had so many connections made. And like, I don't think any of those were business connections. Those were, I heard the information I needed to help my family. I heard the information I needed to help my mom or my kid or myself. And so it really is like a magical thing that happens, to sound cheesy, but it is. And so I just want to encourage you guys to just like make a commitment to be there next year. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be busy because it's the 3rd year and it's international. So the sooner you start to make plans, the better it's going to be. But just so much happens there that you can't bring to a call like this.
Right. And like Lizzie said, the food and the coffee shops. Yes. I mean, They have got some good food and coffee shops, and just the time that you spend with people. I mean, Tiffany and I roomed with 2 of her girls, Jenny and Erin, and like just the time that the downtime that we spent laughing and talking and sharing and watching movies and, just like all of that stuff. It's just, you can't, there's nothing else like it. And I will tell you, my first convention was in 2014, and I think I was gold, or maybe I think I was either gold or maybe I'd hit platinum by then, but everything was just going so fast. But in 2014, I honestly went, I was pregnant with Berkeley. I was big and pregnant with Berkeley. And I went to escape my life. I just wanted a girls trip. I was like, let's go on a girls trip. I did not care. I literally was not going for the right motivation at all. I was just like, this is going to be fun, which is, if you know me, that's how I do a lot of things.
It is fun though.
But it was so much fun, but I left a totally different person. And even though my business was already growing kind of in spite of me at that point, I caught the vision when I was there because of all the things that Tiffany just talked about, and because of the appointments that the God appointments, and HK Lynn speaking at that one and talking about all the breakthroughs they were having with cancer and all that stuff. I was like, what is this company? I mean, I knew they were working for me, but I didn't know they were working for I didn't know that these oils were working for everyone. I mean, this is like legit. I felt so good about what I was doing, and I felt like this could be a career for me. And up until that point, I didn't feel that. And that's not going to be the story for everyone, but I just want to say, if there's anything you can do to get to convention,
Yeah.
you got to get there. It's totally worth it. Your family will support you. If you want to bring your family, bring your family. My kids were so mad at me this year that they couldn't come. They didn't have kids camp this year, but one thing I've heard is that they might have it back again next year. And hopefully they will. I will tell you a little funny thing before we pop off of here, but Berkeley, my 8-year-old specifically, was like, why aren't we going? She was so mad. And so I said, well, there's not a kids camp or anything this year. It's smaller, and I'm just going, I'm going with Tiffany, like our whole family's not going. And she was like, why isn't there a kids camp? Why would they do that? And I'm like, it's just, I said, I don't know why they made that decision. And she was like, well, tell them they need it. Why don't you just tell them to do it? And I was like, I don't know that they listened to me. And she goes, Mom, but you made Young Living. I was like, wait a minute, what? And she was like, you made Young Living, right? Like, this is your business. You made it. And I was like, no, I did not make it. Like, Gary Young made it. If anybody made it, Gary Young. And she goes, what am I going to do? I've told all of my friends that you made Young Living. I was like, I am so sorry. I never told you that I made it. I'm so sorry that that's what you thought, but it is my business. I mean, anyway, it was just funny, but I'm like, but I will do what I can to get kids camp back up and going for her, if nothing else.
The other thing that's great is you're going to go to a farm. And if you haven't been to a farm, like I had tried a ton of different brands of oils before I used Young Living. And so I knew they were different just because they were only ones that had worked for us. But until I stepped foot on a farm, I had absolutely no clue like how much was poured into this and how much seed to seal was, and meeting the farmers and talking to them and seeing how they clean the equipment and how there's no chemicals and how they, plant an acre for every tree that's taken out. Like, just so much is put into this. And that I will say that they had someone talk about it was the attorneys, and they were talking about how they keep us in compliance. And I mean, there's a million things he covered, and he was like, this is just the tip of the iceberg, but we're the only company that makes sure we don't have labor, like slave labor, and on all of our farms, like in all of our partner farms. And, they just make sure that we're compliant. And they were like, compliance in this arena means that if there's an American law that basically means if there's a law in another country having to do with agriculture, it becomes an American law. And so us making sure that we're compliant with all of this takes like a huge legal team. And he was saying, like, people calling other companies and stuff, like those companies don't even know what to ask those where they're getting their oils, because they don't own their own farms. And so they're like, you don't even know what to ask them for compliance if you've never owned your own farm. There's no possible way. Like, we have a team of people making sure that this stays on. And it was just a part that I hadn't really ever thought about. The the Lacey Act program for importing plants from our partner farms, the integrity of it and what all they have to do, like, it was just mind blowing to me what we do to ensure that we're doing things correctly. We're protecting the environment. We have sustainable oils. In that we don't have slave labor and stuff. Like, it's really, really incredible the time and commitment they put into it. And when people say like, oh, I got a $10 frank, like, sorry, like, you probably supported slave trade, and that's probably not frankincense. Like, I mean, you really, really get what you pay for. And to hear all of the pillars of the seed to sale process was really, really insane, and just such a good reminder for me on how different our oils really are and what is really put into them. It was so incredible. And that was just one of the parts I had never personally thought about or considered on how much that takes. So, okay, now we've taken up all your time. It's been an hour.
Okay, yeah, it's been an hour. And so what we'll do now is we'll go back through any of these questions after this. And then if any of them, I think we saw most of them. So if we didn't answer them, then we'll try to answer them when we post the replay. And also if you have any new questions, if you want to ask us, or if you want to post it like wherever we post the replay, post your question, then we will definitely find an answer for you. There was one question, there were a couple questions that I
What?
wrote down. Oh, like someone asked, can an inactive member restart with a Mega Shift kit? That is a great question. I would assume so, but I don't know, because inactive members, a lot of times now they don't disappear from your virtual office. I'm not sure if they will.
Anybody can buy a Make a Shift kit, but they may not be able to use the Share YL code. So they
Okay.
might have to pay the $112 and not be able to use the code for the 100, because that is for new people. But anybody, like, you can buy the Make a Shift kit, and you should, so you have one to share with people and see what's in it. But your price is going to be $112. So, but they definitely can get it.
Okay, well, that's your answer, then I don't need to look it up.
Can we? Oh, yeah,
And then-
we already answered that one. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Anybody have any other questions?
Anything
Okay.
anybody want to add who was at convention?
Anything we missed that you felt like was important? Nope. Okay.
All right.
Thank you guys. If you do have questions, like she said, just post them. We'll post this recording when it comes. We are super excited. We're glad you guys are here, and I hope that you can feel our excitement and you are excited with us. And we hope to see you next year at convention.
Thank you. See you guys.